Filling the first aid tank, which is here, 50 gallons.
And is that the main tank itself for the whole engine?
No, it's only for what they call a first aid tub.
Oh, why is that?
Well, by the time if you're at a serious fire, by the time you'd be connecting up to the mains or to an open source, you could use the first aid tank.
To start you off?
Start you off for a chimney fire or a car fire. 50 gallon to put out 2 chimney fires anyway. No, because you wouldn't be drowning in the house. That valve fills that tank and it also primes the pump. There's the 2 delivery valves and that is the suction. That's the intake. And they are the 2 deliveries. There. Water goes in there and out here. It's the cooling system for the engine when it's pumping hard. There goes a pipe up to the top of the radiator, and there's 2 filters there. You can use one filter, and if that one got blocked, you switch over to this one here.
And what exactly would that do now? Is that pushing cold water straight in?
Pushing cold water into the radiator at the front.
So there must be a release valve in the radiator to let the water exit?
There is, yeah, because the reason why when she'd be stationary, she'd be getting no air intake.
Yes.
So she'd have to be cooled. Them 2 pistons are for sucking the air out of the pump. When you pull this lever into gear, the pistons take the air out of the pump, and when the water gets out of the pump, then you're primed.
Now, have you come across any major problems when you're working on, any surprises, or did you find anything hidden inside it?
No,
like money?
We didn't find any money or anything.
No, but we found that it's very straightforward. Like for a man mechanically minded, it comes very easy to you. And I've been operating for so long that I got very familiar with the workings of it, especially when you were under severe pressure, and as an emergency vector you had got to know every bit of it, as you couldn't be taking any chances with the cooling system or the pumping system or anything like that. There was 1 full-time driver and 3 part-time drivers. They got to know the ins and outs of it by experience as well.
And what would you say is the longest period of time she was out on a call?
Well, she was at a major fire in Rockingham in Boyle, and I think it was away for 14 hours. 14 hours? Yeah. Rockingham Castle in Boyle. I don't know when back, if you could get the book, we know.
That's right.
But then I operated her at a lot of flooding in Sligo, which should be running maybe for 6 to 8 hours. Pumping water with high tides and storms, etc.
So, engine-wise, when you were working on it, did you have to do anything with the engine, or is it sound? You've worked on it before,
Yeah.
I know.
No, the engine is fine. Jim done a lot of precision timing with the magneto. There's not a lot of people who be able to do work on magnetos. Like it's a cog system. I still don't know how to do it, but I'm not going to take it apart.
And you're not going to tell him, Jim?
He has to keep a little secret.
He's right.
But there is things like there's little tricks of the trade with like cleaning the carburetor and setting up the timing system, things like that Jim has showed me. And,
yeah.
you know, again, going underneath and looking at various things, and like there's an awful lot to be learned. And that's why it was great to take it apart, because now I know every nut and bolt and every mechanism on it, and everything is in great condition. A bit of carpentry work to be done, a bit of bodywork damage. There's a panel that's in the front corner of the pillar was damaged, and I was going to fill it, and I said no. I removed all the metal and made a new one. And that took a couple of days to fabricate and put that back on, and the payoff looks better now.
Even though it's a manual operated vehicle, the clutch runs in oil, and the original clutch is in it at this stage because it cannot burn out.
You have two plugs, teat cylinder, 4-cylinder. One plug is operated by a standard coiling distributor, and the second plug is operated back down here to the magneto. So you have two separate electrical systems operating. This is an accelerator for the engine.
Is that to increase pressure on the pump itself?
It will increase the speed of the engine to increase the speed of the pump. So this revs the engine and increases the speed of the drive shaft coming back to the pump.
It controls the pressure too.
It's a hand throttle as such. Well, you have your main gearbox drive shaft going back to the back axle. Then this is your PTO second drive shaft for going back to the pump, operated by this lever here. And the unique thing here is the accelerator is in the middle and the brake is on the right and the clutch is on the left. A lot of work underneath where there'll be a lot of, not damage, but rust and dirt built up, because there's side skirts on this thing. There's an awful lot of stuff, like all modern fire engines, there's an awful lot of stuff built around them and built onto it. And you never really get underneath it to get at all this stuff. Even like if you were to do work on the master cylinder, you have to strip the whole side of the fire engine to get at it. So like it was a great opportunity to get in there and just literally clean, because you wouldn't get in to power wash it.
Yeah.
You'd have to actually put it up on a lift or drive it into a pit to get at it.
There's no rust whatsoever anywhere on it. You know, I don't know how the British made the steel, but definitely you wouldn't get it today anyway.
No.
Yeah. There was a bit of woodworm on some of the timbers, but all that was replaced. Very good timber. We put in the larch into it. So I think, yeah, the only bit of damage was there was a minor accident at one stage with that pillar that we replaced.
Yeah.
And timber would have been one of the major issues. And that would be it. And then it's just cleaning out the brake lines, grease nipples, all that sort of stuff. Just cleaning out all that. Brakes, obviously a yoke sitting for a couple of years, the brakes were seized. The cylinders were seized, so we've got them all taken out, polished. The brake shoes were fine and all adjusted up. And before this, like, it's very difficult to drive because I never knew that it was so tight, with brakes being seized and bearings being tight. But everything now, it can actually, you wouldn't be able to tow with a Jeep if it stopped.